how to start teaching your children about racism. So, a lot of my Latina and Latinx friends and family came in the comments and they talked about how their parents told them not to speak Spanish in public in the United States because that could trigger someone to harass them. And I know that to be true. Okay. So, what you're looking for is to be age appropriate. But the thing is, discrimination is not age appropriate. So I started off by telling my child not to speak to everybody because there had been a case when my oldest was about 1 years old, about a year old, when when he was speaking to an older white lady and she was just mean mugging him. She would not speak back. So it starts off with simple things like you don't need to talk to everybody, stay close, those kind of things. But when you want to get down to um, race and how it affects the United States and racism, I used history. So whenever they would talk about something in history in kindergarten, I would piggyback off of that. I would let them know that's not a long time ago. Grandma and grandpa were alive during that time. That was a part of their generation. Ruby Bridges is still alive, and you need to be careful. Me, myself, I'm a millennial, and I was a part of the desegregation program in Missouri. So these things are not old. I know they make it seem like it was a long time ago, but it's not. So I use those things to piggyback, and I say, these people are still alive. Even if they're not alive, their children are alive, and they probably taught their children. And that's how these things work. They teach their children generation and generation. And that's what we do. We teach our children every generation how to deal with and be safe. Okay. The other thing that I wanted to emphasize was I kept saying, pay attention to the feeling that people give you. Because a lot of times bigots have a nonverbal reaction to seeing me. And when I was younger, I would say, like, oh, I don't know. I just feel like they might be racist or I feel like they might be a bigot. And it's not even, I would have people, because it's not just white people. I've had other people of color say, well, what did they say? Well, what did they do? So they didn't say anything. You just feel like they might be racist. They'll try to undermine that feeling. But sometimes that feeling is all you have, because more times than not, they're not going to come and just say something to you. Because you have to remember, the people that I suspect probably had a problem with me when I was out with my children never said a word to me, but there was a lot of nonverbal cues with the looking up and down and staring kind of hard and then looking back at each other after looking at me. So it's important to tell your children to pay attention to the way people make them feel and validate that if they say something.